welcome to another video from beautiful Edogawa, Tokyo, Japan. So today we're going to be talking about the 10 things that I love about Japan. So first one, which is a big one for me, probably not going to be as important to some of you guys, but my number one is the food quality. So the food quality is very important to me because I like being healthy. I don't like getting food poisoning. So yeah, I mean, if we're talking about onigiri, sushi, ramen, keiki, so they have like really good desserts here, like cakes and stuff. They have meat everywhere, which is really important for me because I'm like pretty much 100% carnivore. I've been eating some sweets here and there because you know, it's you gotta live a little, right? It's Japan, live a little. So yeah, I would definitely say you guys gotta, I mean, the best thing about traveling for most people is going to be food in general. Obviously attractions, culture, stuff like that, it's all really cool, but the food is such a good way to get into the culture and like really immerse yourself into what they got going on here. So yes, number one is food. Such epic and beautiful weather that we got today. Well, anyways, number two is gonna be epic culture and the Japanese, or epic history and the Japanese samurai. So as many of you guys know, it's probably one of the most popular things in history or that have ever been known, and one of the greatest warriors are the samurai. And because of that, there's also a bunch of rich history, and that's something that I personally am super into. I really love full set armor. There's actually a couple people on Instagram that I follow, one in particular, I forget his name, but he basically like does epic scenes with like beautiful nature in the background, and he wears like full samurai armor with like these giant horns. It's absolutely sick, and obviously that kind of got inspired from the movie Last Samurai. So yeah, number two. And I got my notes here because I keep forgetting everything. So number three is going to be a modern and traditional blend. So Japan does this very well. I've actually mentioned this in a couple of the other videos that I've made in Japan, in particular when we are going and hunting down shrines and temples around the accommodation that I have, a hostel. And yeah, so Japan does this really well. It blends both of these very well, which I thoroughly enjoy because it's awesome to be able to go into a random neighborhood and walking through, you just randomly see a shrine pop up. It might be a little one on the side of the road, but a lot of the times they're pretty good size, and temples as well, same thing. So I super enjoy that. So that was number three. But of course we cannot forget number four is going to be the cleanliness. Now, is it perfect? Obviously not, especially when you're talking about giant cities like Akihabara. Obviously there's going to be a lot more people, there's going to be tourists, there's going to be trash, at least some places, but it's pretty, for the amount of people, it's pretty clean. So and that is nice, even though sometimes in certain areas, obviously in the cities, you have like the drains and sewers and stuff like that. Obviously it's going to be a little stanky sometimes, but yeah, overall everything is like pretty clean, and I think you guys know that Japan's pretty known for that. So in number five, which is going to be kind of building off of number one when it comes to the food, but this is going to be more so cheap food, obviously, because the dollar is pretty strong right now. A lot of things here are cheap, which is why I in particular would like to invest in some yen in the future, because, or maybe in like a year or so, hopefully the rates stay around where they are now, above 140. I think it's a pretty good buy on the yen. But yeah, everything's pretty cheap. You also have konbinis, so just in general, talk about like cheapness in the food with konbinis. Konbinis are obviously konbinis, they're convenient, but they also have a lot of cheap food at the grocery stores. In particular, one that I like is Seiyu. There's a ton of them though. You have like Co-op. You also have places like Life, I guess. I haven't been there yet, but I'm gonna have to check out that. I think there's just a bunch of different types and a good variation, and some of them have cheaper desserts and sweets, and then others have cheaper meat, or like good price meat anyways, because meat is relatively cheap here as far as fish goes. Beef is also, so is pork, chicken. A lot of the times you can get chicken for like, I think it's something like 700 yen for like 600 grams or something like that, and that's a pretty good deal if you can get 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces of meat for 100 yen, which is like literally not even $1. So yeah, a lot of times it's like 3 ounces for $1 or something like that, so really cheap on that. And yeah, that's that's the main reason why I'm actually kind of sad to leave here, and I hope when I go to South Korea it's similar. All right, and number 6 is going to be respectful people and overall politeness, like general politeness. It's part of their culture and society, which I guess you can probably say that's another positive, which is the culture, but that's like obviously a whole spectrum of samurai politeness and all that. So yeah, so you have the overall politeness. It's just a big part of the language as well too, which is another super important part of culture. For any culture, it's going to be the language and the food. That's why it's so important to make sure that you try cuisines and then learn the language of the country that you're going to. So yeah, that's going to be number 6. All right, so this is number 7. This is a really good one actually. I just used the Akihabara station. You can see the train right there. Yeah, so that's going to be number 7, public transportation. Train rides are pretty good, clean. Trains are quiet. There's kind of, you know, certain rules and stuff like that. Not rules, but like just general kind of manners that are had here, or that are normal here. And yeah, so the public transportation, clean, smooth, almost always on time, really great. Love that a lot. Yeah, you can take a nap. Make sure, well, that's the problem. That's actually the only downside to it, is there's a high chance that you can actually end up taking a nap and then you miss your stop. So yeah, but really good though overall. All right, and on to number 8 is going to be Japan is very scenic with nature, mountains, beaches, cherry blossoms in particular during this time with the summer, as you can see, or the springtime. So yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if people on Instagram are just really good at it, but yeah, they make Japan very scenic and epic. I think there's a lot of yeah, there's just so much to see here, in like a lot of other countries as well too. It's not just Japan, but I think Japan has a lot of good things going for it, and they have the 4 seasons in particular. There's Mount Fuji, and then like I said, cherry blossoms. So there's a pretty good variety of things that you can see as far as nature goes. It has a lot to offer when it comes to that. And number 9, this is a fun one. It's going to be unique fashion and style. So a lot of times, in particular, Japanese people wear a lot of navy, black, white, I don't know, like maybe dark gray, but it's very proper, you know, business-like type. But then you also have like the Harajuku style and like wild looks and stuff like that. I forget all the names of all the different sub classes and all that when it comes to the clothing, but I'm sure you guys have seen like there's some of the little girls that do like the tanning. They have like tan skin, and they have like the overdone makeup to make their eyes look bigger, and like blonde hair. But then you also have like the crazy neon style as well, where you have just like a bunch of different neon colors, neon yellow, green, pink, things like that, wild accessories and furry boots or whatnot, furry, like kind of like raver type. So yeah, it's varied, but a lot of times they do very like business casual type clothing. So, and yeah, they have good style. And last but certainly not least is going to be anime, gaming, and manga. And as you can see, we are here in Akihabara. Got the May cafes and everything out here, all the little gaming shops and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think I really need to explain this one too much, but it is the home of all things like nerd entertainment, fun, cool, just everything in general. You got Nintendo, Pokemon, things like that. So yeah, and then you got all types of up here too. You can see all the little anime on the screen. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I think a lot of these reasons are going to be reasons too why you guys also, I'm gonna get away from this speaker real quick. I think this is also a lot of reasons why many of you have probably clicked on this video and consume Japanese content or content on Japan in general, is because yeah, Japan has a lot going for it, and like I said, I feel like I'm gonna keep repeating this, but Japan has a lot of things going for it, and yeah, just a lot of pros. And I think somewhere in particular, I'm from America, I think America has a lot to learn from somewhere like Japan, and I wish nothing but good relations between America and Japan like we've had for a while now. So yeah, I hope that really continues. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye now.